Alright, here we go with tonight's game. Game 1 of the hockey semifinals between St. Louis and Boston. I will be starting the game out as St. Louis with a backup goalie, again determined by dice. Those of you who have been paying attention to my Facebook page know that I've been having an ordeal trying to get the first basketball game video up, and then I did a recording of NBA Jam yesterday, and that video right now is in the video editing software being optimized. So while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and play this game, and then I will upload the two of them together. Maybe even I may wait and do all three of these videos together. The problem was that I did not verify my account with YouTube, so since I did not do that, I was unable to upload a video longer than 15 minutes. So that has been done, so hopefully I'll be able to upload the videos, which the basketball game was about an hour and a half and the NBA Jam was about 50 minutes. So we will do that. Now I need to give up my shout outs. Of course, if you're, like every video, if you're in the market for some Avon products, I have a good friend that can hook you up. Her name is Katie, and I will include a link of her Avon page in the description of this video. And also, if you enjoy pool, I have another good friend who streams videos, Sir Danny Schizo. I will include his link in the description of this video too. So, unlike the first video, my camcorder is fully charged. It was fully charged for the NBA Jam video, and I found out that it being fully charged, it takes about 45 minutes until the red light comes on for the battery. And so far I've tested that to mean that you have about, the longest I've tried to go is about 10 minutes after that red light goes on. So I know it can go at least 10 minutes, but what we're going to do, since this is hockey, I'm going to stop the recording after each intermission and let the camcorder charge for the 20 minutes or half an hour I take a break during intermission. So that's how we're going to do this, just to make it easier. Now, as far as my skills playing hockey, I have it set up to where on NHL 94 controls, I have two buttons to hit. I feel like I'm a little bit better at hockey than I am at basketball, but not much. I give up a lot of stupid goals. And like basketball, since this is a playoff game, we will be switching teams at the end of each intermission. See, I almost gave up a stupid goal right there. So Other things I've noticed about NHL 20 is even on the lowest penalty session or setting, you have multiple penalties a game. Stupid amounts of penalties. So, but that's the quirk of the game. I can't really do much about that.
Picked up by Thomas. Through the neutral zone up along the wing. Snaps it on net. And that shot gets caught in traffic. St. Louis wins the draw. Nice pass. Parayko's picking up steam. Boston's got a hold of it against the wall. Drives it to the front of the net. Stick save. High quality chance, high quality save. Puck scooped up by Steam. Gaining momentum up along the side. Quick feed to Carlo. There's the whistle as the puck goes out of play. Lindholm's won the draw here in the neutral zone. Along the half wall with the puck. Takes the feed. Great defensive play to come up with the puck. Gets the puck back here in the neutral zone. Slides it quickly to Wagner. Taken by Dunn. The Bruins get a hold of it. Along the boards, they battle for the puck back and forth. It's a fancy footwork to kick it over to his teammate. Over the line they come. Handles the puck. Big time stop there. The Blues have it from their own end. Boston's got the puck along the wall. Slides it diagonally to play. Moves it around along the half wall. And they'll be forced to regroup as the puck escapes the offensive end. Here they are on the attack. Stopped by the goaltender. Thomas has it in their own end. Picked up along the wall by Scantella. Carries the puck through the neutral zone. Here's the chance. Just wide. Boston's gained possession along the boards. Passes the puck over to DeBrusque. DeBrusque's got it across the line. St. Louis has it in their own zone. Tries to feed it over to Scandella. And the puck escapes the zone, and they'll be forced to tag up. And we've got a 2-on-1. Makes the save. Taken along the wall by Ritchie. Takes the feed. Denies him again. No, he's on it there. Both saves are really good ones.
Surprise, there hasn't been a penalty called yet.
There's the shot. Oh, makes the save. That was a rocket. And he pounded that shot. But the goalie was in good position and made the save. O'Reilly's won the draw here in the offensive zone. Rask's on top of that one for a whistle. A bit of traffic starting to form around the net. Offensive zone face-off, and he wins the draw. Ahead of steam now towards the front. And that one's turned away. Aggressive stop out on top of the crease to make the save on a dangerous chance. Carlo's got it against the boards. Here's a shot denied by the goaltender. Battle along the boards. And it's freed up over to his teammate with a nice kick pass. Blocked in front. Puck grabbed by Bergeron. break out from their own end. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. And now it's grabbed by Bergeron. He carries the puck up along the wing. St. Louis looks to move the puck from their own end. Sundqvist got
Actually, guys, you know what? I had one of my brilliant ideas. To make this more efficient, I could wait and pick a certain day to upload all my videos that I did for the week.
Brings the puck into the offensive end now.
That's not a half bad idea.
Again, the denial by the goaltender.
Maybe I'll do it on Sunday, since I normally take that day off anyway from work.
Play resumes as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. St. Louis takes possession of the puck. Sends a pass over. Boston's looking to break out of their own end. Sends the pass over. Wagner's got it in the offensive zone. Puck picked up by McAvoy. With the stop. Tosses in to play. Quick pass to McEachran. The Bruins get a hold of the puck in their own end. Takes it across the blue line. Takes the pass. Here's a shot. Puck scooped up by Parayko. Through the neutral zone up along the wing. Big time defensive play. Moves the puck. Slides the puck over. Centering pass. Denies him in front. Sharp reaction save. They've got the defense outnumbered. A chance from the...
I mean, I'll have all of them edited by I'll edit them as I do them, but I may wait and upload all of my videos on Sunday.
Thomas has won the draw. Taken by Dunn. Wide. Rasks on top of the puck, and that'll stop the play. Pretty conservative play here, James, as he covers it up and kills the play. Thomas has won the faceoff, and now he angles it across to Boat. Can't keep a hold of it after that hit. Carries it across the line, and he loses possession of the puck after trying to make one too many moves. DeBrusk's in good position to create a scoring chance, but he bobbles the puck, and the chance is gone. The lane was plugged up, and that shot's blocked. It's a 2-on-1. Tries to dangle, and the puck skips away. And now he moves it to Schwartz and sends it just out of reach. There's the whistle. Offside is the call, stopping the play. O'Reilly's won possession. Petrangelo's got it into offensive territory. Great positioning in the...
I can tell you this is a much better hockey game than the basketball game was.
Gaining momentum up along the side. Not even close. Not close to anything. And that's been the same size for 100 years. Here's an odd man rush. Boston's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Grzelcyk's got it through center. From the right side and up the middle. Clustering shot. Makes the save and puts out the fire in front. Puck is dropped and we are back underway. Scooped up along the wall by Gunnarsson. Steen's swooping in on the attack. From point-blank range, close save. Boston's got it in their own zone. Slides it over with pace to Bergeron. And he gains the zone here. Takes the feed at the point. Receives the pass. Moves right to the middle. The Blues have a hold of it in the defensive zone. Lets it fly. And a great save.
So that was almost a stupid goal given up.
Here they come on the attack.
He deked me good on that one.
Boston's got the puck. Through center along the wing. Whacks it into the offensive zone. St. Louis has it behind the net. Slammed hard against the wall. That's a 50-yard dash and a 25-yard jump. Boston's got the puck in their own end. Slides the puck near the front of the net. And makes the save.
Well, it's 9 minutes into the game and no penalties. I'm really surprised.
The goalie makes. He makes a solid save on a really dangerous chance. Back underway as he wins the try inside the offensive zone. That goes wide. Parayko's taking it from his own end. Along the wing up the neutral zone. The Bruins gain possession in their own end. Krejci's got it in the offensive end. Puts it on goal. Gets in front of it. Nice pass. Moves it on over to Barbashev. Takes the feed. There's a shot, and he comes up with it. Goes to Barbashev. Over the line they come.
Fuck. Oops. I cursed.
Puck picked up by Dunn.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Pokes it away to keep the pressure on. Barbashev's got it along the wing. Boston's got control of it now from their own end. There's a shot off target. Nobody's going to be able to block that unless they're way off target like his shot was. They've got numbers. Puck scooped up by Carlo. Bumped off the puck. Handles the puck. Krejci's got it along the boards. St. Louis gains a hold of it. Taken by Bolt. Carries the puck through the neutral zone. Settles things down and gets control of it once again. Oh, just wide! Boston's grabbed a hold of the puck. St. Louis gets the puck near the boards. Puck grabbed by Ritchie. Carries it in. And now it's grabbed by O'Reilly. And now it's over to Schwartz. Oh, here we go! Pokes it away here in the neutral zone. Grabs the puck in the defensive zone. Lets it go! And that sails over the net. Now you gotta get it on the net, but I see what he's doing. Lots of the net is gone with the size of the goalies. Puck picked up by O'Reilly. Moves the puck inside the offensive zone. Puck dumped in. The Blues will play the puck from behind the net. St. Louis has it in their own zone. Moves it quickly over to O'Reilly. Puck scooped up by Marchand. St. Louis takes possession along the wall. Takes a shot. Shuts them down. St. Louis has it in the offensive end. And the puck's kicked free. Grabbed along the board by Pasternak. Here's a shot. Denied by the goaltender. And as the puck is dropped, they win the draw here inside the defensive zone. Feeds the puck over to Thomas. Here they are on the attack. And not much on that one. Quick feed to McAvoy. Taken by Chara. Wagner's got it across the line. Here's a shot, and there's the save. Directed over to
Looks like there was a slash on that one that was uncalled.
With possession along the wall. Boston's looking to break out of their own end. Now he takes it over the line. And makes the save. Puck grabbed by Krejci. Nice defensive robbery with the stick. Takes the feed. Sends a pass over. No quarter given here as they battle for the loose puck along the boards. And now it's grabbed by Wagner. Regains control here in the neutral zone. Here's a shot, and that one's stopped. hold of the puck. Puts it on goal. Comes up with the stop. Moves it to McEachran. Picked up along the wall by Parego. Brings the puck into the offensive end now. Puts it to the front of the net. Boston's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Heads deep inside the offensive zone. The Blues scoop it up along the boards. Looks to pass it to Perron. Moves it quickly over to Sanford. Lets it fly with the stop. The Bruins take over on possession. Wrists one. A blocker off the blocker.
That's in a dangerous spot. He makes a good save here.
Reads it perfectly, breaking up the play. Takes it across the blue line. Centering pass. Here's a chance in front. Turned aside. St. Louis gets a hold of the puck against the boards. Protects the puck around all sorts of danger. Into the offensive end now. And now he moves it quickly to Carlo. St. Louis gains a hold of possession. Puck scooped up by Parego. Carries it across the line. And the puck leaves the zone going back to center ice. Quick feed to Krejci. Takes a wrist shot denied by the blocker. I like the goal. Scores! It's another.
There we go. That's the first. That wasn't a bad goal.
The goalie's probably got to stop this, but I don't think he's set, James. That turnover didn't give him much time to get set in the net.
Oh, Boston takes a 1-0 lead. See, they said the time of goal was 15:24, so that means there is 4 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first period. This first period has flown by.
Hasn't been that game so far.
St. Louis takes possession of the puck.
So far, no penalties.
Looking to make something happen along the boards. Taken by Gunnarsson. Boston's regained possession of the puck. Here they come on the attack. Puts it on net. Stopped by the goaltender. Lets it fly. Great reflexes. Another save.
Nice work in there after the first stop. He's got to find the puck to save the second.
Along the half wall with the puck. Here he is. Shot right in front. Makes the save. What a reaction with the block.
Here's our first penalty.
On that play. The referee's all over it. And the goaltender gets to the bench for the extra attacker. Time for the official to pass down his sentence. Slashing the call here on this one.
Now he got his 2 minutes work there, James, as he's fishing away, and all of a sudden he takes the stick back and whacks him pretty good.
Boston's man advantage unit will take to the ice for the first time tonight.
A criticism of the power play is that they hold the puck, they pass it around a lot, it looks great, but they never shoot it. They'll be trying to get the puck to the net more frequently.
Boston's got the puck in their own end. Moves it over to Krejci. Here's a short pass to McAvoy. Reads it perfectly in the defensive end. Slides it across. The Bruins ready to go on the attack. Deflected away. Nice defensive use of the stick there.
Ooh, I thought we were going to give one up.
Trying to get it down the ice, and they do just that.
I thought they did a pretty good job there, James. That's a time you can get yourself running around in the zone. They didn't get there.
And he makes the save. Getting a little too physical to maintain possession. Gets it out of his own end. Has some good footwork to kick it away. Wholesale changes made here as they reset on the power play. And the puck's back on his blade here at center. Oh, gets a glove on it to make the stop. Here in the late goings of the period, 1-0 is where we sit at this point. Bergeron's won the face-off deep inside the offensive zone. Steen's got it in the defensive end. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck.
still have to be careful with the puck. He turned it over way too easy.
Bergeron's got it into offensive territory. That's off a stick. Pokes it away to stay on the attack. And a stick in the lane ends that threat. Takes a shot. Stopped by the goaltender. Here's a chance for the rebound. And just puts it up and over.
Sometimes you don't have any room and your miss is going to be over the top.
Takes the pass. Stick save.
Somehow the shooter got loose in the slot, but the goaltender's equal to the task. That's a good save.
And manages to clear the zone. Takes the puck behind the net. Here he is, wrists it on net.
That was a bad shot.
Opportunity there.
Looking to be too perfect. Get it on the net. You've got a better chance to squeak one through the goaltender than if you miss it outside the net.
Take it along the wall.
Well.
Bergeron. Penalty coming up.
Oh, there's another one. And usually I've noticed that the penalties are always called 85-90% of the penalties are called against me. Or whatever team I'm playing as.
They'll go back to work on their special teams.
The power play can be so frustrating. When you get an opportunity and it doesn't go well, you start to press pretty quickly into it. Now's the time to relax, readjust, and attack again.
Gets it out of his own end. Krejci is swooping in on the attack. Puts it on net. Takes the save. Oh, he'd like to have that one back as it goes off the side.
Hit the net. No chance to swoop. That's going to be a penalty. They're going to have to call that.
Play blown.
Here comes a 5-on-3. That happens probably, I would say, 1 out of 3 penalties called against me.
No, really, I did. And so you're slashing for 2 reasons. 1, because you're frustrated, or 2, because you don't like the guy and you're trying to put a little bit of a hurt on him.
Spoken from a man with first-hand perspective, right?
And you go to the box for both of them.
I would say, though, that I kill 5-on-3s. Well, spoke too soon, but normally I kill 5-on-3s at a rate of about, I'd say about, 4 out of 5 of them.
Boston's lead now extends to 2 as they make their way back to center ice here.
Probably a little surprising it's not more than 2, James. They've had the majority of shots on goal and the majority of the dangerous chances.
And that one's turned away.
There's always a next level to making a save. Step 2 is get the puck out of danger. He does a nice job there.
Takes the feed from his netminder. First period almost in the books here, nearing the final 60 seconds. Comes up with a steal. Puck picked up in the open ice. Moves it around along the half wall. From the slot. Stopped by the goaltender. Here's a chance right out in front. On the backhand. And that one's blocked. Turned away. Looking to knock it out of the zone. And they get it down.
Good communication. They talk to each other. They're in the right spot. They just clear it down the ice.
And he covers up the puck to get a whistle.
That's about time.
So we will have, at the end of the first period, we will still have about 40 seconds of power play time going into the second period.
Increasing their lead to 2. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Boston's got the puck along the wall. Scooped up along the wall by DeBrusque. He carries the puck up along the wing. Hammers a shot, denies him, he got all of it, and manages to clear the zone. And a tenacious effort pays off as he comes up with it. Blocked in traffic. With the blast, way off target.
Guys gonna have to adjust the sights on that one.
Alright, so after 1, it is the Bruins 2 and the Blues nothing in Game 1.
2-0 after 20 minutes of play.
I will stop the recording here and let the camcorder charge up, and I will see you guys on the other side of the intermission.
2 more periods still to come. We'll be right back with much here on EA Sports.
Alright, I'll see you guys at the end of the intermission.
Dumps it in. Boston's got a hold of it along the wall. Pasternak's gaining momentum. And that skips away on a nice defensive deflection. Picked up along the boards by O'Reilly. From the front, stones him in front.
Sometimes you're in close, there's no room to put it anywhere. The goalie smothered it all.
The Bruins get nothing here on this power play. We're back to even strength. The Blues have a hold of it in the defensive zone. And now he tries to get it across to Shen. Sends it across. He'll keep it alive and moves it ahead. Moves the puck. And he loses both the puck and his balance after that hit. Takes a shot. Oh, what a chance, and he puts it wide of the net.
Good delivery, got rid of that in a hurry, but he ends up missing the net.
Feeds it on over to Shen. Tape-to-tape feed on the blue line.
Oh, and head hunting there. I think he did. Man, that thing is way over top of the net.
Trying to gain a step. He's in. All alone. Denies him on the breakaway. And tries to make a diagonal pass to McAvoy. Gets a stick on it.
Man, he got rid of that puck in a hurry, but the goaltender was even better. The glove makes the nice stop.
Boston's got the lead here early in this second period. Their offense has been clicking on all cylinders thus far. Boston's got it, and they're on the attack. Denied by the goaltender.
You know, when you're looking for a buddy in a crowded train station, well, now you got to find a little puck through the bodies there. Good luck to you. Found it.
Boston's been the more impressive team offensively, and they continue to lead here in the second. Back underway, and they take possession here inside the offensive zone. Almost lost the puck, but hands on here as play continues. Nowhere for that shot to go through. St. Louis has possession of it now. St. Louis gains the zone. Lets it go. Comes up with a stop. And he slides it quickly to Lindholm. Lindholm's got it against the boards. Sends it ahead to McEachran. Here's a chance, a 2-on-1. Boston's got control of it now from their own end. And now he angles it across to Corrali. Puck grab by Barbashev. Through the neutral zone up along the wing. The Bruins gain possession in their own end. St. Louis takes possession at center. Boston's got the puck behind the net. Slides the puck ahead to Lindholm. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Jostles for the puck, but still hangs on. St. Louis steps inside. Here's a shot. Oh, he went top corner and missed it.
Well, it's not going to be perfect every time. He's going for that top part of the net. He just missed it.
Brisnick's got the puck. The Blues have it from their own end. Grabbed along the board by Carlo. Play whistle dead because of an offside. Boston's got the lead on the scoreboard. A big reason of that has been the amount of pucks that they've been putting on net. This neutral zone face-off set to go, and we are back underway. Quick pass to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson's got it in the offensive zone. Big save. Pushes it across to Krejci. Oh, great read. Through the offensive zone and behind the net.
Now, I'll tell you one thing that happens in this game that I feel like happens more in real life hockey is that in this game you will find that
And now it's grabbed by Pietrangelo. Moves it to Sundqvist.
the
Slides the puck.
player will shoot it into his own goal.
Dead. We've got a penalty on the way.
And I think that's because of the ice physics of this game.
Chop with that slash.
I call that chop and broccoli.
Because sometimes when you get a rebound from the goalie, until your controller corrects itself to go in the other direction, if your player is skating towards his own goal, sometimes it's hard to keep him from running into his goal and putting the goal or the puck in his own goal accidentally.
Takes a shot. That goes off the back.
to laugh about this and say, oh, the goalie's got to answer the phone because his ears are going to be ringing, but I'm sure the trainer's going to check on him here as this hits him right in the face.
Gets it out of his own end. Schwartz looks around. Moves it quickly over to O'Reilly. With the blast. Fantastic save. Goalie plays it up and manages to clear the zone. St. Louis has it near the wall. Over the line they come. Takes a shot with the stop. Boston's got the lead here early in this second period. Their offense has been clicking on all cylinders thus far. Coils won a big draw on their own end. Good battle along the boards for the puck. And a heads-up kick pass over to his teammate. Up along the wing. Back at the point, they set it up. And it's turned aside by Allen. Carries it in. Receives the pass. Can't get it to go. Unloads one and puts it high.
Goalie had to duck that thing was so high.
Jabs the puck away. Boston's gained possession along the boards. The Bruins will play from the defensive zone. That one sails to the bench, sending the coaching staff scrambling. Boston's done a nice job of generating pucks on net, and as a result, they lead here in the second. Nice start winning the draw here inside the offensive zone. And it's a quick pass to O'Reilly, and makes the save.
Yeah, he gets out on top of the shooter. There's really nowhere for that puck to go.
Knocked away. With some momentum driving towards the net. Right on the doorstep. Uses the force on that hit. O'Reilly's lugging the puck. O'Reilly's got it across the line. And the lane's clogged up blocking that. The Blues come up empty-handed on the power play. Both sides back to even strength.
You're always angry when you don't score on the power play. But 80% of the time you don't. Yet it becomes really frustrating when you let one slip away. Oh, that's a good look from the guys in the truck there. Look how he lines them up, times it perfectly, and throws his shoulder right through him.
Picked up along the wall by Scantilla. Boston's got a hold of it against the wall. Wagner's carrying it ahead. Manages to hang on. Oh, what a good opportunity right there.
You don't get many chances. You want to finish them off, so he'll be a little frustrated as he heads back on right. You don't want to be on the receiving end of that. That is a freight train that went right over top of him.
Still lots of time left here in this frame. We've got a 2-0 game here tonight. And momentum on their side as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. And he can't hang on after that hit. St. Louis has it in their own zone. Brings the puck into the offensive end now. Chance right in front. Stopped by the goaltender.
This is a quality chance as the goaltender turns aside right from the slot.
Just wide. St. Louis gets the puck near the boards. Quick feed to Perron. Snapper from the slot gives them nothing in front.
I like how he was able to follow the puck. Good saving close.
Boston's message going into this one, when we talked to them at the morning skate, was to get a lot of pucks on net. They've done just that, and they lead as a result. Krug's got the puck along the wing. Back to the point it goes. Strong defensive effort. From the slot, wrist shot, scores!
3 straight goals here. They have really played the boots to those guys in the last little bit.
Oh, I thought he had this, James.
He got a big chunk of it, but it just slowly trickled past him and into the net.
Boston's performance has to have their coach smiling down the bench, Ray. What are you seeing?
I guess he smiled a little bit. Coaches never relax, but how could he not be pleased with this? They're running a shutout, and they're running up the score.
defensemen putting lots of shots on net and have been rewarded for their efforts. Bergeron's won the draw. Puck picked up by Krug. Puck scooped up by Pasternak. Throws it on goal. Takes that one right in the logo. And there's the whistle stopping the play. Boston's dominated right from the start. Their offense clicking on all cylinders, and they lead here in the second. Offense's own face-off, and he wins the draw. Ahead of steam now towards the front. Schwartz plays it along the wall. That's intercepted.
The Bruins have been in excellent position most of the night. They've intercepted a pile.
That was a nice save. I thought that was going in for a second.
Boston's had the better scoring opportunities and lots of them, which is why they lead in a big way here in the second. Coyle's won the draw deep in the defensive zone. They fight for it along the boards. Here's a short pass to McAvoy. Oh, smart heads-up play to put that one away. Scooped up along the wall by Coyle. Takes it across the blue line. Here's a chance. Here he is from the spot. Scores! Wow, this is unbelievable.
4 straight goals. They've dominated this play. Actually, James, it's amazing to me how many times an odd-man rush gets screwed up. They deliver this one perfectly, and they put one on the board.
Boston's brought it tonight. They absolutely have dominated here, especially with the goal scoring.
Been faster, they play with more skill, and they are filling the net. What a fun night to play in.
From the blue line, misses.
He's at the point where he almost doesn't want the puck to come back. That's another miss for him tonight.
They've got the defense outnumbered. Wrist shot from the slot, gets in front of it. Boston's offense came to play in a big way, and they lead big time here in the second. Krejci's won the draw here in the offensive zone. Taken by Sanford. Nice poke check inside the attacking zone. Off a stick. Great glove save! The Bruins lead in a big way here in this second. They have been on fire offensively. Play resumes as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. St. Louis looks to move the puck from their own end. Takes the shot, and he comes up with it. Boston's dominated right from the start. Their offense clicking on all cylinders, and they lead here in the second. Puck grab by Scantilla. Chance on the deflection. Stopped by the goaltender. St. Louis gains a hold of the puck against the boards. Denied by the goaltender. Takes the beat from the wing. And now it's over to Carlo. The Blues look to start the transition game. Carries it across the line. Here's a shot, and there's the save. Puck sent over to Grizzly. Moves the puck along the half wall, and that one's broken up. Parayko stick handling in his own zone. Snaps it onto the net, turns it away. Boston's got the puck along the wall. Quick pass to Corelli. And now it's grabbed by Lindholm. Here's a chance. He scores!
No, I think they're going to probably bring Jordan Binnington in after this one.
Goalie gets a little bit of this, almost beat cleanly, but it's not going to matter. It's in the net anyway.
Boston's been dominant
Nope.
as they make their way back to center.
I guess not.
Almost at will, in particular here in this second period.
Puck is dropped and we are back underway. And he slides it quickly to Barbashev. Oh, had a chance to make a nice move, and the puck disagreed with him.
That's going to be frustrating for him. He was in a position to deliver the puck, but he lost it.
Blaze moving it ahead. Good defensive effort to poke it away. Gets it over to Krislick. Slides the puck across to Bergeron. St. Louis tries to break out from their own end. Shot and makes the save. Boston's got a hold of it along the wall. And officials right on top of that one calling for a slashing penalty, it looks like. Gets to the bench for the extra attacker. And the officials will pass the sentence here, and they're going to be short-handed as slashing is the call on the play.
Yeah, this is a penalty of frustration, James.
See if I'm correct in my statistics. Boston is 1 for 3.
I like what they've done on the power play previously here, and so they
Yep.
really want to duplicate what they've done. They have to be aware the penalty killers will probably change approach. They have to be sharp for that.
The Bruins have it behind the net. Angles it over to Krejci. Krejci's got it along the wing. Here he is in front, and the traffic jam in front blocks the shot. Stopped with ease. Boston's had the better scoring opportunities and lots of them, which is why they lead in a big way here in the second. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. With possession along the wall. Here's a chance. Locks it down with a stop. I think he got a blocker on that one.
I like the way he tracks the puck here. He's got to find it, and then he gets his body right in front of it. That's a good save.
That's blocked. Up the neutral zone now. St. Louis gains control of the puck. Here they come on the attack. Puts it up front. And that one's stopped. Takes the feed from the goaltender. Through center along the wing. St. Louis gets a hold of the puck shorthanded. And now he tries to get it across to Steen. Throws it in. Boston's going to play the puck from behind the cage. Feeds the puck up to DeBrusque. On the attack along the boards. Wrist one. Scores! And the power play strikes again.
Make that 2 for 4. They gotta take him out of there now. Giving up 6.
They got out quick on that rush. Now they've got the extra man, and on the power play, they don't miss. The on-man rush goal is in the back of the net.
And they're going to change goals.
Yep.
I'm not so sure the guy coming into the game is going to feel so excited. Their team is
Jordan Binnington comes in, the hero of last year's playoffs.
Boston's offensive onslaught continues. What are you seeing down at ringside, Ray?
domination. They've been the better team for most of this night.
Even though I don't play favorites when it comes to this homebrew league, I am a Red Wings fan. And we have lots of history with the Blues back when we were in the Western Conference. Which I kind of like the Red Wings in the Eastern Conference now. A lot of times when I was a kid, I couldn't watch them. Well, a lot of times I couldn't watch them because we didn't have cable. We didn't have cable growing up. But when we did have cable, they would be playing out in Los Angeles or Anaheim or someplace like that on a school night, and they didn't play till 10 o'clock because I live in Michigan, and Michigan's on Eastern Time.
Moves it quickly over to Coyle. The Blues take possession here in the open ice. Here's the chance. Puts it high.
Tuukka Rask has stopped everything in this game so far.
Looking to make something happen along the boards. And that's blocked.
But yeah, growing up, I grew up in, I'll be 35 in October, so I was born in 1985.
That's his second.
scored another one. Bruins up a touchdown in hockey. That's not a good thing. So, anyway, I was born in '85, so I grew up in the '90s. Back in the old black and blue days of the Red Wings when they had Bob Probert and Dino Cicerelli and Steve Yzerman and Konstantinov, and I got to watch oh, that was almost a goal. I got to watch the championships of '97 and '98. I was a little bit older of a kid then and could stay up later. But, and also by that point in my life, my mom had gotten remarried and we had moved to California, so I only got to see at that point, while we were moving around, not living in Michigan, I only got to see the Red Wings if they were on ESPN or playing the team that was closest to where I lived. Which usually, after my stepdad finally settled in Texas, that was usually the Stars. I regret that I never got a chance to go to watch a Stars game. Saw the Rangers plenty of times, but never got to see the Mavericks or the Stars or the Cowboys. Tickets were just too expensive.
O'Reilly's won it in their own end. Dunn's moving the puck through his own zone. Quick feed to Schwartz. A chance on goal with the stop. Boston's looking to break out of their own end. Here they are on the attack. Excellent stick work on the play. And now it's grabbed by Marchand. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. St. Louis has it in their own zone.
Hell, when I lived in Texas, I watched more Stars games than I did Red Wings games because that one was stupid. How did that happen? That's the ice physics coming into play because you're not going to go through the goalie like that typically in real life. That goes without saying, but you know, video games are a little bit different. You have ice physics to contend with, so I guess that wasn't so stupid of a goal, but he kind of, in real time, it looked like he went through the goalie rather than around. So it's 7-1, and this isn't a very, I guess it's an okay hockey game if you like goal scoring or if you're a Boston Bruins fan, but this is kind of a clinker too. But I'll let my viewers decide what they want to watch and don't want to watch, and this is all really just a fun hobby for me. I don't really expect anything out of it. It just gives me more structure in my life to do this rather than, you know, not having a whole lot to do, because, like I said, I only work part-time, although I've been putting in some more hours here lately.
The Blues get a hold of the puck along the boards. Shot, and that goes off a player in front. Trying to clear the zone.
He broke his stick.
I'm amazed at how often this happens, Greg. It's got to be so frustrating with these sticks. They break. You're stuck on the ice trying to get back in position, and now you're in trouble. Here's the pass down low.
You put this kind of pressure on, eventually they can't chase you anymore. Now he's got room to carry the puck.
Here's a chance. That goes off the cling.
Tuukka Rask is a beast.
Yeah, it's a sharp save, James. Right in the middle of the ice. He makes the stop and pushes it away.
Boston's got to be happy with where their game is at so far tonight as they continue to lead big here late in the second. The frozen biscuits dropped and we are back underway here. Gets it out of his own end. Picked up along the boards by Perron. Quick pass to Sanford. Handles the puck. Takes the feed under pressure.
Oh, that was kind of dumb.
Walker saved. Grabbed along the board by Sanford. Save made by the goalie.
Oh, he followed the puck really well.
Oh, anyway, I didn't mean to tell you guys my life story or anything, but yeah, that's kind of where I grew up and what era of time I grew up in, and I loved every second of it. School was kind of rough for me, but that's a whole nother story that I might tell you guys one day, and I might not. I don't know. It's kind of difficult, but
Trying to get back on the attack now. Grabs the puck here in their own end. St. Louis has it in the offensive end. Effective use of the paddle on that one.
didn't care for public school a whole lot. Loved college, or loved college. I'm an eternal college student. I've been a college student off and on since I was. We're gonna have a fight. I love this.
Yeah, that's the star player that took that hit, James, and a teammate better step up for him here.
Zdeno Chara, you don't want to mess with him. But he's going to get his ass kicked this time. Because I can't hit the button fast enough. So O'Reilly beat Zdeno Chara, which is unusual. Zdeno Chara is about 6'7" and a couple 100 pounds.
Yeah, you can hear him
So
in this arena now. Boston's been an impressive club to watch tonight, especially offensively, as they lead big here late in the second. And as the puck is dropped, they win the draw here inside the defensive zone. Here's a shot, and that's broken up. Boston's got control of it now from their own end.
I always loved fighting. I love fighting. I love to watch fighting. I like the UFC. I like the MMA. I like, well, I'm off and on. I'm hot and cold when it comes to the WWE. I think that's, well, I'm not going to give an opinion on WWE really in this video, other than to say, like I said, I'm hot and cold when it comes to WWE.
Boston's got a hold of it along the wall. And he gains the zone here. St. Louis tries to break out from their own end. Moves it to Schwartz. Puck grab by Schwartz. Huge stick save by the goaltender. Lindholm's got it in the offensive end.
Love to watch boxing.
The Blues gain possession of their own end. Hammers one at the net. Just fine.
Not really close with that. He got lots on it, but nowhere near the net.
And the shot dies in the traffic.
I was a younger man. I enjoyed getting in a few scraps.
And now it's grabbed by Coyle. Puck picked up by
maybe when I vlog, I'll share some of those stories. Maybe.
The Bruins with a
Trying to keep this
point as they lead comfortably.
Trying to keep this channel at least PG-13. And because I don't know who's watching my videos, and I don't want to encourage young people to fight, because fighting is not a good thing to do. But I grew up in a different time than kids nowadays, and I'm going to get another penalty.
Here's the whistle. Let's get the official decision.
So, if I remember correctly, Boston is 2 for 4 on the power play tonight.
And now roll the power play unit right back out.
Yep.
We are back underway. Quick feed to Bolt. Fires it into the offensive zone.
So,
Boston's got it behind the net.
kids, if you're watching this video, do as I say and not as I do.
And now keep on playing as icing is waved off.
I'm going to give you the typical adult response to things.
Dangerous points on the ice, and he can't capitalize.
Don't fight. Use your words.
He doesn't make a bad shot, but it's got to get on the cage here. Marchand's got it across the line. Hangs onto the puck. Lets it go from the slot. Oh, just wide of the net. Doesn't miss by much. That's a good shot. Just outside of the cage. Trying to escape the pressure. And now he moves it quickly to Steen. Lets it go. Big time stop there.
Alright, that's 2 in the
And
books.
that'll do it for period number 2.
So, we're going to stop the video here and for the intermission, and then I will rejoin you after my break. And I will see you in the third period.
For the third period, let's tune in and find out just moments away.
Oh. Alright, we're back to finish this one up. 7-1 Boston. Be playing as St. Louis in the third period. See if we can make this a little bit more interesting, maybe.
Welcome back, everyone. He's Ray. I'm James. Third period action, ready to go. St. Louis wins the draw here, and they're penalty killers. They go right back to work. The Bruins have it from their own end. Boston's across the blue line. Here's a short pass to DeBrusque. Wrestling in close. Great stop by the goaltender off the glove. Binnington's save right there is an excellent one. Puck scooped up.
See, I don't have time to play the puck, play keep away with the puck.
Tremendous poise to the defensive end.
So I got to try to get some shorthanders.
Tremendous stop on the breakaway. Doesn't matter what kind of move that was, the goalie was all over it. Quick pass to Marchand. Slides the puck near the front of the net. Stopped by the goaltender. Again the denial by the goaltender. And that's a great read to pick off the pass. Cannon of a shot. That goes wide. And loses possession after a solid hit.
We'll see.
Boston's got control of it now here in the offensive end. Tried to make a move and the puck hops away. You get in so close, you work so hard to get the chance. He tried one too many moves and the puck's gone. Here's a shot. Too many bodies in the way. Boston's got the puck along the wall. Moves the puck into the attacking area. Puts it on net. Misses over the net. Takes the feed.
Oops, that's going to be icing.
And the puck sails down to the far end of the ice. So go back to the defensive zone and try it again. That's a dangerous scoring chance, but the goaltender makes a great save as he's able to snuff it out.
Boston's been a dominant force offensively. Plenty of quality scoring opportunities, and they lead it big time early in the third. Taken by Krug. Shot from the wall, and he easily stops.
Oh, I thought he was going to knock that into his own goal.
Puck grab by Pietrangelo. Takes control of the puck. St. Louis has it against the half wall. The Bruins get a hold of the puck in their own end. Coyle's gaining momentum. Takes it at center. McAvoy's carrying it ahead.
Oh, stick craters on it. So disappointing.
There's $300 you won't get back.
He's not paying anyway.
St. Louis has it in the defensive end. That's just a great heads-up read at center ice. Moves the puck along the half wall. Moves the puck behind the net.
Really solid shift here. Their puck possession game has been outstanding. Now they've got it again, and they can hold it down underneath the blue line.
St. Louis on the attack. From the point, they take control of it. Stopped by the goaltender. Moves it to Ritchie. Sends a pass over. Thomas works the puck in his own zone. Moves it quickly over to Pietrangelo. Brings the puck into the offensive end now. Boston's got the puck along the boards. Boston's got the puck. Up along the wing. With some momentum driving towards the net. Corrali's the victim of a slash, and the official caught that. We got a penalty coming up.
What's the matter, little kitty?
Officials making the call. You know, you had one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Sophie the cat.
I would say this is probably...
I think she's probably hungry and ready for her num-nums. But she's going to have to wait till I'm done with this.
Or is that the Ferraro temper?
No, it's... Yes.
Play resumes here as he wins the try inside the offensive zone. Way too much congestion blocks that. Takes it across the blue line. Moves the puck inside the offensive zone. Here's a shot. Blocker save.
Dead center. Excellent save.
Oh, and another big stop.
Quick reflexes. You make one, you make two stops before the puck is cleared away.
Steen's got the puck. Shot.
Wonder what's going on in the NFL draft tonight. I haven't heard anything. My phone's on the charger.
He shoots it too high.
I haven't turned on ESPN really to watch any of it.
It's in a great spot. He just airmails it.
Maintains possession of the puck along the blue line. Puts the puck on net. Gets a piece of it with the blocker.
They totally control
Most people think that Joe Burrow is going to go number 1,
Eventually, you get a scoring chance
and then
before they take a penalty.
Tua Tagovailoa from Alabama is going to go 2.
Total cruise control.
And then a lot of people think that the Lions, which is my local team,
Barbashev's won it off the faceoff.
is going to pick Chase Young.
Boston's ready to go on the attack.
I forget which school he goes to, but
Carries the puck through the neutral zone. Slides it across. Makes the save.
I think the Lions,
Sends the pass over.
which I wasted
Along the wall. Quick feed to Chris.
30 plus years of my life being a fan of,
Offensive zone. St. Louis will try to kill a few seconds off this penalty.
need more help than what the draft can give them.
Coyle's been brought down, and we're going to get a penalty here. There's the stoppage of play. Let's see what the officials say. Sundqvist off to the box. 2 minutes for...
I'm not one typically to believe in curses or anything like that,
When he goes down,
but I gotta wonder with the Lions. I mean, they
Face off, and it's
they
a
can't
5-on-3
seem to get it together and
but they don't have
create
much
a
time to work with it.
face off win, quick puck movement.
quality team. There's always seems to be one.
And that one's turned.
There always seems to be one thing missing.
Really good stop. After he made the first one, he's got to find the puck, and he's in position again.
Denied by the goaltender.
Yeah, he's right in front of
So
the
I don't know.
There's really nowhere that puck's going to squeak through.
Boston's looking to break out of their own end. Puts the puck
It's hard to say.
Up with the stop. From the place 99 made famous. There's another stop.
I like the way that he stops his puck, James. Not only does he get in front of it, but he puts it out of harm's way.
Stones him in front.
Aggressive stop. out on the-
Back when I was a kid in the 90s, if you were a Detroit sports fan, it was the Red Wings you were most proud of.
Storms of pressure. Here's a chance
The
to-
Tigers stunk at that point. The Lions stunk at that point.
Boston's got the puck in their own end.
I guess the Lions did make a couple playoff appearances and won a couple of division titles in the 90s, but
Along the wing. Move to the middle. Long check.
then the Pistons stunk.
Carries it across the line. Off target. Puck lands right back onto the blade. Puck scooped up by Shed. He scores.
don't know if that was on a 5-on-3 or power, just a standard power play. Whatever it is, we'll take it.
A quick flick of the wrist, and that snapshot beats the goaltender. He's in the low slide. He doesn't have much time to think about it. The Blues still have a lot of catching up to do, but they have something to build on now. Yeah, they do, and I think with
Hey, it was on the power play.
The buzzer is closer to the end of the game.
You went there, huh?
Taken along the wall by McAvoy. Has some nice footwork to free the puck up to his teammate. Marchand's got the puck along the wing. Pinned up along the boards. Kicked up ahead to his teammate who skates away. Huge steal at his own end. More time off the clock as they grab the puck. A little bump and grind, but still hangs on to the puck. Gains control the puck here on the line. Here's a short pass to DeBrusque. Here they come on the attack. Shoots it with the stop. Really good puck control by the goalie as he gets it out of danger.
I would say my earliest sports memory as a kid
But I'll tell you, as a guy that made a living on the power play, I
was
every time I was out there. A chance right in front. Flies over the net.
watching Tiger games on Channel 3,
Oh, he's going to be feeling the regret on that one, though.
which is where I live, my local CBS station.
He doesn't hit the net.
Um,
And makes the save. Great reflex.
this was in the days before Fox Sports Detroit.
Stops in a row there. Oh, that's going to be a penalty on this play here, James.
And tries to make a diagonal pass to Perron. Here's an odd-man rush. And he sprints to the bench to get the extra attacker out on the ice. Well, the
And so you only got to see,
continues here.
I don't know,
Another one is being dished.
30 or 40 games a year.
Tripping the call on the play.
And
I don't necessarily think he's trying to trip him here,
But
he gets his stick into his
I remember watching a few of those games with my dad.
And it goes right back to work.
You gotta have a short memory on a power play. You haven't scored yet tonight. That can't matter on this one. Get the puck back to the point. Start moving it around to get people converted.
And then I also remember
Tries to feed it
Joe
across.
Carter's home run
To Thomas.
in the '93 World Series.
Centering pass. Scores.
And that's kind of when I feel like I started to become aware of sports, and because I was in second grade when that happened, so I was almost 8 years old. For that, I have some memories, like I have brief memories of watching Tiger games with my dad. I couldn't tell you exactly what happened. I mean, it's not in my memories, but Joe Carter's home run in the '93 World Series was the really first sports memory that stands out, that I remember that, and I remember watching it even though I was a kid.
Gets to the bench for the extra attacker. Handles it along the blue line. Here's the shot. What a save! And he's showing up big time tonight. Here comes the official's decision. Thomas is going off for hooking.
So quickly into position, now the defensive player's got to scramble. He takes the hooking penalty.
Back to the face-off circle. They'll send the man advantage unit out again.
There's another power play for them, James. They've already scored on the power play tonight, so they must have some pretty good feel for it.
Also, another early sports memory I have is
They will have to do.
And he comes up with it. St. Louis gets a hold of the puck shorthanded.
about a year later.
Ball by Petrangelo.
I remember having this argument and meltdown with my mom
Carries it in.
because I wanted to watch Monday Night Football
Congestion blocks the shot.
because the Lions were playing.
Right in the slot. Glove save and an easy one at that.
Quick hands, not only does he get a
And they were playing the Cowboys.
Pressman in front.
And she wouldn't let me stay up to watch the Monday night game, nor she should have. because I was 8 years old.
Stick handling in his own zone. Into the offensive end now. Shot.
But she wouldn't even let me
Slides the puck across.
have it on, let me listen to it while I laid in bed.
No time to take a breath. He made that first stop, and then the puck turns around on him again.
And that's what pissed me off, and I had a meltdown over that.
Of a shift for them. They've got them hemmed into the offensive zone. Now they can carry the puck around. The defenders are just going to play a tight box. They look exhausted.
I remember somewhat the Fab Five of the U of M. My older brother had a poster of them on his wall in his bedroom, which was
Boston's laying a pounding on the opposite.
an especially delicious treat when I could sneak into his bedroom
Feels like almost all of them. Takes the
without him knowing and check out what kind of goodies he had. Because when I say he was my older brother, he is
That's a great heads-up play to bring
11 years older than I am.
Encouraging them to keep taking chances with
So when I was in kindergarten, he was graduating from high school, and I always liked to go into his room and see what kind of
want to clear the zone here while they're
goodies he had in his room.
regains
I won't elaborate on what kind of goodies I was looking for. I'm sure
along the wall. We got a penalty coming up here.
some of you could probably take a good guess at what I was trying to get after, but
That's stick work, Ray. Yeah, that's my favorite.
he also had other goodies, like he had rated R movies and
But don't hit him in the pants. It just sounds like you're banging a drum.
And
Find
stuff,
the
and
go back. So make it count.
when you're
Time for the power
in elementary school and you're not allowed to watch anything like that, that's kind of like the holy grail.
Now teams and players
What kind of rated R movies does he have recorded, and then I sneak and watch?
They'll go to work now on the man advantage.
And you know, it's funny now as an adult, I don't watch very many movies, rated R or otherwise.
Marchand's on the attack in the
I don't really watch a whole lot of television to begin with. Not really.
Got it deep in the offensive end.
I mostly play video games or play on the computer.
capitalize on a grade A chance.
And he gets
So-
the puck right back. The Bruins get a hold of it. Here's a shot. Great glove save.
That's kind of how that goes anyway, so
Boston's offense has been the story tonight, leading big time here in this third period.
I was a rotten little boy when I was a kid.
Possession here inside the offensive
I always back-talked and was sassy and was sarcastic, and
brings the puck into the offensive end now, and that's broken up. Trying to come up with a huge defensive play to get this.
still am sassy and
The
sarcastic,
Blues gain control of the puck against the wall.
to the point where a lot of people say I lack tact, but
Sanford's going to play it against the half wall. Completely misses on the play.
I don't know. For the most part, I've learned to love myself for the way that I am, so it is what it is.
And manages to clear the zone.
And if you watch me for a long time, you're going to hear me say it is what it is a lot, because that's kind of my life's mantra.
Slides the puck over. Shot blocked in traffic. Gets it out of his own end. St. Louis gets a hold of the puck against the boards. Dunn's taking it from his own end. Along the half wall with the puck. Oh, a clutch save! And manages to clear the zone. One last gasp to make something happen on this power play. O'Reilly's swooping in on the attack. And the
Kitty is not the only one who's hungry. I'm a little hungry too.
Been on the same page from the drop of the puck.
I
They've been outstanding when they've been a man
keep
down.
very weird hours.
St. Louis gains a hold of possession.
And I always get hungry about 10 o'clock at night.
They've got numbers. Sends it over. From the slot, reshot off the crossbar.
I've been told that's a contributing factor to me being overweight,
Shot in front. Great save.
so I don't know. That very well could be.
Oh, that's tremendous poise in the defensive end to break off the pass. O'Reilly's got it on the offensive end. And makes the save.
I think I'm currently in the best shape of my life right now, but you know.
Easy peasy right there by Bennington.
Goalies are always trying to get better.
Besides when I was,
Getting the rebound into the corner.
besides the period of time I lost a whole lot of weight, and I was at my thinnest. When I was about 20, 21 years old, I had lost a bunch of weight, and I'd gotten down into the low 200s. I'm now at my thinnest that I've been as an adult, with the exception of that time period.
Here's a chance. Oh, what a missed chance that was.
Yeah, he's got to make a better play there. He's got everything right now. You just got to get the puck on the tape.
Quick shot. Comes up with a stop. Another stop by the goaltender.
Stop one, stop two. The goalie makes a couple of excellent saves.
Boston showing no signs of slowing down here in this third period of big time. Nice start winning the draw here inside the offensive zone. Stops the cold. Receives the pass. And now he angles it across to Steen. Puck grab by Wagner. Sends it in deep. St. Louis takes possession along the wall. Puck moved over to Sundqvist. Nice pass. Lets it go. And that was stopped. And pokes the puck loose inside the offensive end. Slides that one right across the blue line. Falk's been whacked on the play. The official's arm is up in the air. Wagner's getting called for slashing.
Another sports memory I have is, I had mentioned the WWE earlier. Well, it was the WWF back then. And my brother had rented WrestleMania one year on pay-per-view. So this was, I don't know, 1993 maybe? I'm thinking. I'm not for sure. It might be 94. But anyways, this is how pay-per-view was done back then. He went to the cable company back then, and you got this like VCR kind of device that you had to hook up to your TV, and then you got the pay-per-view. I think it might have even been a tape. They pre-recorded it, and then you had to watch it on tape. I don't know. I don't remember. The details on that are sketchy, but I remember the big old VCR. And so my brother rented WrestleMania on pay-per-view. This is when one of the times we had cable growing up. And I don't remember exactly what happened on this pay-per-view, but I remember one wrestler in particular, and it was Doink the Clown. Can't tell you who he wrestled. All I can tell you is he wrestled somebody and he was sweating so bad that his makeup was coming off, and I thought that was the funniest stuff I've ever seen in my life.
Officials calling tripping here on this one. This was the penalty I think when I was most angry.
I ought to go and see if I can find it, because I have the WWE Network.
There we go. There's the result. As we get set for the face-off, a chance to see both teams in a little 4-on-4 action here.
Sometimes you need grit, and you need grind, and you need toughness. Not in 4-on-4. You need skill. You need guys that can skate and who can move the puck.
From point-blank range, stopped by the goaltender. Intercepts the pass.
The Bruins have been in the perfect position, it seems, all night. There's another intercepted pass.
Too much traffic in the lane. Boston's ready to go on the attack.
Everybody's gone kung fu fighting.
Now tough to generate a rebound even when the puck misses the net by that much.
Carries it across the line. Moves it quickly over to Pareko. Boston's got
But see, back in those days,
and as he steps back out onto the ice, they'll go to work
you could actually rent a VCR from the movie rental shop. I didn't live in a big enough town to where we had Blockbuster, but we had movies and more.
I always hated taking tripping penalties. It always felt like there was something I could have done better than that.
Which, if you wanted to do a little bit of research, I suppose you could sit there and figure out which town in Michigan I'm from. Not that it's a state secret or anything.
Don't take the first shot. Take the best shot. The Bruins have pummeled their opponents tonight. They have been the
I always rented video games.
And have converted numerous times here in this third period. Thomas wins the draw on their own end.
That was a Friday night back in the day.
Petrangelo's lugging the puck.
Nowadays, they don't. The only reason the movie shop stays in business in my neighborhood where I live now is because they sell CBD oil. And I think they're closed because of COVID-19.
Great hand-eye coordination as he gets the puck back. Ahead of steam now towards the front. Pennington's going to hang on to that one for a whistle.
Quickly on top of that, James, he needed to cover there.
So I don't know if they're going to reopen or not.
Boston's offense has not been a problem tonight. They put a lot of shots on net and lead it big time late in this third period.
Now that Speedway sells CBD, I don't imagine. I would imagine it's probably cheaper at Speedway.
Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Gives them nothing in front. Quick feed to Scandella. Puck picked up by Bergeron. Look out, a 2-on-1. A chance from the slot, and that's blocked away. He almost lost it for a second there, but regains control of the puck. Nice feed from the goaltender. Here they come on the attack. And now he moves it to Bolt. Passes over to DeBrusque. Picked up along the wall by DeBrusque. Here's a shot. Stopped by the goaltender. And another stop.
Quick work. He makes 1 and 2 saves in a row.
Sundqvist got it against the boards. Through the neutral zone, moving the puck along the side. One-on-one with the goaltender. Huge save on the breakaway. Really good patience.
Well, to sum this game up, it got a little bit better in the third period, but it's still kind of a blowout, and it looks like, barring some complete and total breakdown in the next minute and 51 seconds from the Bruins, that they're going to take game 1 of the series.
And the goaltender grabs that one for a whistle to try to slow things down here. Boston's up big time here in the late stages of this third period. Lindholm's won the draw here in the offensive zone. Just wide. St. Louis gets a hold of the puck against the boards. Perron's carrying it ahead. St. Louis gains control of the puck. Boston's got control of it now from their own end. Taken along the wall by Krug. There's the whistle, and a penalty is coming up on this one. You're a pretty good little leaguer. That's almost a home run swing.
You make connection with that, James. That's a double. That's a penalty in hockey.
Another power play opportunity coming up here as they set up at the faceoff.
Once you get a power play goal early in the game, you start to feel pretty good about yourself. Now you get another opportunity. You feel like you're going to score for sure.
And he makes the save. Boston's put in one of their most complete efforts that we have seen in quite some time, up big time late in this third. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Traps that puck tight into his chest. The Bruins Bruins wanted to focus on putting more pucks on net going into tonight's game. They have done just that and then some here in the third. And momentum on their side as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. And the puck departs the zone. Less than 60 seconds left here in the final frame. Here's a short pass to Marchand. Takes that pass back at the point. Shot! Stopped by the goaltender. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Slides the puck near the front of the net. Oh, that gets a piece of the stick. In tight, he had to make an excellent save. Big save by the goaltender once again. Nice work in there after the first stop. He's got to find the puck to save the second. Nothing. St. Louis gets the puck near the boards. Oh, and they go back on offense. Boston's coaches have to be thrilled, man. They played an almost perfect game. Intercepting pass after pass. They're in the right spot, and they've just blown out their opponents. St. Louis will try to break.
Anyway, Bennington was good on goal. He only allowed one. The other guy, not so much. And that's going to be a wrap on this one. 7-3 Boston leads 1 game to none in the series. The next game you will see will be baseball. It will be San Francisco and Arizona. So we will see you guys next time on the flip side. Bye-bye.